someone who's got an unbelievable background, but we're actually in his space as well. Please join me in welcome. Where is Joe?
All right.
Oh, okay. I know. Please join me in welcoming Jo Macklin, a Kansas City native, multi-platinum Grammy Award nominated music producer, songwriter, engineer, and vocal arranger. He's earned Grammy nominations for his vocal production work with artists including Ariana Grande, Jill Scott, and Tim Bowman, and has collaborated with legends and contemporary stars across genres. How am I doing?
Great.
Okay. After more than a decade in LA, Jo returned home to build opportunity for the next generation of creatives. He's the founder of the District IS Foundation and District Multimedia, and this is the physical manifestation of that. Kansas City's first multimedia co-working hub. Please help me, wait, you remember what we do here. Okay. Please help me welcome Jo Macklin.
How's everybody doing? For one, I want to say thank you all for having this event here. Glimmer of hope, this is a glimmer of hope for me, and so just to see the space, I've been building this out since March, and so there have been roller coasters of this build out, and to now see people actually occupying the space and using it, and seeing people smile and be happy and meeting other people, this is why I'm here and what I wanted to do and what I wanted to create. But anyway, so I guess y'all want to know about me. Y'all can call me Joe. I go by Jo Blaq as a music producer. I'm from Wyandotte County, born and raised here. Where the dot at? Hold on. Dot's in the building, that's what I'm talking about. See, y'all know it. It's a good party whenever you got people from the dot in the building. I'm just a kid from Wyandotte County, and I had dreams, and I've been blessed to be a part of a community that, growing up, I've seen my teachers kind of rally behind all of us to help us get to where we wanted to be. Sometimes they made sacrifices for us that we couldn't believe making, but they did it because they saw the future. They saw past just little old Wyandotte County at a time, and they saw where we could go and where we could end up. And so I've been blessed to kind of have a career in this music industry that is very trying at times, to say the least. But I will tell you, it's been a blessing, it's been an amazing journey for me, and I'm happy to be here now back in Kansas City doing this work. So 2000 and long, make a long story short if I can. 2010, I got a call from my friend, his name is Baron Davis, he's an NBA basketball player. I used to play basketball and I used to tour the world, and I used to play in Australia for a little bit, and so I knew all the basketball players, all my friends were basketball players, but they knew I did music too. He gave me a call and he said, hey man, listen, you're too talented to be in Kansas City and just not doing what we know that you're great at doing. And he said, so I have a house here in Kansas City, in LA. I go to training camp and this will be our house. So you can come here, you can stay and work on your music, do your craft, and we'll make this thing happen and we'll create something special. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, I promise you, man. He said, Abigail's gonna call you, give her your information, she's gonna book a flight for you, and we're gonna bring you right to the house. I was like, all right, cool. Abigail called me like 5 minutes later, hey Joe, Barry said about your ticket, so I'm gonna get you on the flight. I'm like, I can't leave today. What about tomorrow? But so I ended up booking the flight the next day and got there, and I will say this is, his belief in me sparked everything for me, and it made me believe that I could do the thing that I actually thought I was really good at doing. 2010, I was able to go live in LA. Y'all know it's expensive. Live in LA and kind of like curate this whole dream that I had been wanting and been thinking about for years. 2000 and I would say 12, fast forward. I got a call from one of my producer friends. He said, hey man, I have this project that I want you to work on. It's an amazing project. I'm telling you, you don't know this girl, but I promise you, man, if we do this right, it'll change our life. And I was like, man, I'm broke. Whatever you want me to work on, you had me, hey, I got this artist, you had me there, right? And so I go and we had a session. I go and meet this girl, and we had this experience and just recorded this song. It was a song that would end up being an amazing song, and we recorded it. This is my first time meeting this person. It was like, amazing. She's like, can we take a picture? And I'm like, yeah, let's take a picture. This is when Instagram was kind of new. We old. I'm old. I don't know about y'all, but so I'm like taking a picture, Instagram, boom, and she was just so happy, and she left the session. Well, she asked me. She said, "Do you mind if I post this?" I'm like, "No, I'm here. It's cool. Like, why would I take? Yeah, post whatever you want to do." Remember, I don't know who she is. So she leaves, and the engineer Jose says, "Bro, are you kidding me? Bro, she just posted you." I'm like, okay, what is it? I'm new. Like, I probably had at this time, I probably had about, 100, a soft 150 followers, just 150. So he's like, she posted, he's like, bro, go to your Instagram right now. And I'm like, for what? He's like, just go to see what's going on. I go to my Instagram, I had 10,000 new followers in 5 minutes. I'm like, who is this girl? And that girl would be Ariana Grande. And that was my first time ever meeting Ari, and we built a relationship and a friendship, and the label couldn't get her to come and record in the studio. And so this was the first time that she was passionate about coming in the studio. So I got a call from Chris, who was Harmony's manager, and he was like, hey, the label wants to know, if you would come in because Ari doesn't want to work with anybody but you. I'm like, really? Like, yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, cool. They want to know if you are committed to doing this. I'm like, yeah, of course, I would love to do it. So then the question became about pay, and I'm like, yeah, man, what do I charge for this? I don't know. He's like, well, you can charge anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a session. I'm like, are you playing? So I was like, I'm gonna see what happens. Tell him $2,500. He's like, okay. He calls me back 10 minutes later. The label's like, done. I said, man, I should have said $5,000. What was I thinking, right? But anyway, I would be in with Ariana for the next 2 years, every day, Monday through Sunday. We were working on her first album. This is her debut album. The label didn't believe in the album. The label didn't believe in the album until she went on YouTube and dropped the song on YouTube herself. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this myself. And it had the song that we recorded, the very first song we recorded, had 1 million streams within like 10 minutes. And then the label was like, we gotta put money behind this. We'll be crazy not to. And now we know Ariana of who she is today. And she's probably one of the biggest megastars in the world, and with Wicked and all this stuff going on. And the thing that I love about that story is me and Ariana still have a relationship. We're working on her new album right now. But what happened from that album is all the calls started coming. And from there it became Justin Bieber. I've been able to work with Chris Brown, Diana Ross. Stevie Wonder came to my house to work on music. No, literally, like, Stevie Wonder came to my house at like 11 o'clock at night. Y'all think I'm playing? This is a real thing. Like, it is a day, and it was the weekend, and my production partner at the time was like, hey, listen, Stevie's coming to the house to record. I'm like, can I cuss? I was like, get the hell out of here. Stevie Wonder's not coming to our house to record. No, he's like, I'm serious, man, he's coming. I was like, all right, cool. That was early in the day, like 5 o'clock. They rolled on. I was like, well, Stevie's most definitely not coming. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm like, Ari had gave me a call. I was like, hey, why don't you just come to this session? But right before I was going to do that session with Ari, I got a knock at my door, like, do. I'm like, what are they doing? Open the door. Stevie's at the house. I was like, there's no way Stevie Wonder, it's 11 o'clock at night. Stevie Wonder ain't at the house. He's like, he's in your studio room right now, go. I go in my studio room, it's Stevie Wonder playing my piano that I had in this studio right now. I will never get rid of that piano. And I go up to Stevie, I'm like, Stevie, I'm a fan. Stevie Wonder is like, that guy. I was like, Steve, man, it's so nice to meet you. This is like a blessing. He's like, Joe, I know who you are. I'm a fan of your music. I literally, I could have cried, right? But those are the things that happen when somebody just opens and gives you a glimpse of an opportunity that you never knew that you needed. And that's what Barrett did for me. He opened the door for me. And I have been having so much success in the music business, and I would fly home and come back and forth. And when I would come back to Kansas City, I would see Kansas City kind of growing. I'm like, wow, Kansas City looks very different. The Crossroads was popping. I was like, oh, y'all got First Fridays. What's this? Okay, that's cute. I like it, you know. But I was seeing it, but I would go speak at schools, and I would go and they would talk to me. And I'm like, hey, do y'all have any programs for the kids? And they kept telling me, they're like, no, we don't. I'm like, man, I graduated in 1999, and you guys still don't have any programs for the kids. So that always kind of like messed with me really bad. And so 2016, my father started having complications. And so I always told myself, if it was gonna be the music industry, if I had to choose the music industry or my family, I would always choose my family. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little choked up here. My father was going on a decline, so I was coming back home more, and I was just being in the energy of Kansas City. And I just got to the space where it was like, you know, I need to do something. I can't just not do something. And so in 2016, I created a program with the Full Employment Council. I wrote a curriculum for audio engineering and music production. And I would teach it in the summer of 2016, and it was a big hit. And we had students sign up, and it was a beautiful thing to see, not just, you know, students from high school or college, but to see people, you know, older adults come in and take the audio engineering class too. Because I realized that, just like me, if I had to stop dreaming, that maybe this didn't happen, or if somebody didn't open the door for me, that this wouldn't happen. And so 2019, my dad was really on a decline, and he ended up passing in 2019. And so that was like a real trying time for me, because my dad was my guy back, and I was like, you know what, it's time to kind of like just, you know, be back home. So I was flying back from Los Angeles to Kansas City from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I would be in Los Angeles, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I would be in Kansas City, and I would fly back every week. So I did that for like 3 years straight. 2019, my father passes away. 2020, you know what happened? The pandemic happened. And I was like, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to sit down and really map out what I really want to do. Yes, I'm able to work and have all these successes and have these friendships with these people, but that is kind of meaningless if I'm not coming back to my own community to give back to the place that helped me get to where I wanted to be. 2020, I started building out this program, and we started with De La Salle, my own hometown, kind of Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools. They turned me down with the programming. I was a little bit disappointed in that, but someone was watching the board meeting, and it was the principal from De La Salle. He called me, he said, I watched this board meeting, I would love for you to bring your program to the school. We sat down. I've been with De La Salle since 2021, and we have served over 200 kids that get audio engineering. They become certified audio engineers. They get college credits. We give them all their laptops and their computers and everything else like that. And now today, yeah, it's pretty great. And so, of course, we had challenges. We wanted to find a space, and I was in the old Kansas City Star building for the last like 2 or 3 years, and we wanted to build it out. We thought we were going to build this out there, but an AI data company came, and they were like, hey, we want to rent out this space. And what happened was they were supposed to rent out the space, and I was going to rent out my half. And what happened was they were like, no, we want the whole building. And so they ended up kicking me out, which was like, what am I going to do? I just built this studio there. And I got a call from one of my friends. His name is Greg Orban. He said, hey, this is a facility. I think you need to come by and see. I think it'll work great for what you want to build. And I got to be with Paul. He's in the office probably somewhere high. But Paul, he showed me the space, and I was like, this is perfect. And last year I started building this place out. And last March, and now we're here. We're sitting in it. And but it was a long road to get here. But I knew that our kids in the future. Janae's over here. She's actually one of our students. She actually took the program, she graduated, and now she works for us here at the district. So this year, it's exciting for us because now we have a space. We have a space for people to be in. We're serving about 89 kids this semester. We have De La Salle, we have Center, we have North Kansas City, we have Crossroads, and we have Liberty High School. And we're working with Scion now. They're doing programming here. Yeah, and so we're serving, our goal is to serve over 200 kids a year that get certified through audio engineering and content creation with Adobe. It's funny, shameless plug. We partnered with Adobe to get their certification as videographers and photographers. And we are partnered with Pro Tools, which is the biggest digital audio workstation in the world. We partner with them, and that's what our kids get their certification through. Our goal was to give them hope, let them know that they can do something, and it is possible. Our biggest thing is we do the impossible. Y'all say that with me, we do the impossible.
We do the impossible.
That was weak. We do the impossible.
We do the impossible.
So I'm gonna tell this last story, and then I'll get out the way. 2000, I was working on music, and my mom asked me this question. She said, "Joe, baby, are you sure you don't want to get a regular job?" And I was like, "Mom, no, I don't want to get a regular job." I said, "I believe in what I'm doing." She says, "Okay, baby." And so 2000, I had prayed, and I was like, "God, I don't want to go another Christmas without being able to give my nieces and my nephews Christmas gifts." And so I was living in LA with my cousin. He was letting me go back and forth. He's like, "You can crash at my house, you know, you ain't got no money, but you come crash at my house." And so I met with this guy. MySpace is when MySpace was popping. And yeah, y'all laughing. It's not funny. All right, it's kind of funny, right? And so I met with this guy, and he loved what I was doing. And so I had to meet with him throughout the year, and he was like, "Hey, BMG loves you, man. You don't have any placements, but they want to meet with you. They want to sign you." And so I was like, "All right, cool." So that was like December 17th. December 17th, I went and met with a guy named Leo Williams. Leo Williams would sign me to Sony, and he would cut me a check. And I told him, I said, "Hey man, listen, Christmas is right around the corner. Can you mail those checks to me like next day or something, you know?" And what he did was he's like, "Yeah man, it's Christmas time. I know you want to do this for your family." And so I had him mail the checks to my mom's house, right? And so I knew when they were coming, so I was like, she's gonna call me today now or whatever. So she called me, she's like, "Baby, you got an envelope here from FedEx. What you want me to do with it?" I said, "Well, open it up," right? So my mom opens up this envelope. I said, "What's it say?" She says, "It says $150,000. She's like, "Where you get this money from?" I said, "Mom, this is music. I told you I was gonna do music." She's like, "Baby, you got me dreaming again." And so from that moment on, that's when I went on my mission of like, if I can get my mom dreaming again, that means that there are other people that just need that spark to dream again. And so I'm here to tell you, like, I'm a living testimony, like, just dream. It's possible. Sometimes we have to open the door for people to understand that, like, don't give up on the thing that you believe in. Don't give up on the thing that makes you go. It may not look like, it may not feel like, you may not have all the resources, but just know that you do have all the resources because you are the source. And so I just want to thank everybody for coming. We are excited to have you at the district. We want to welcome you to the district. This is an amazing thing for us just to see you all here. And we're just excited about what's to come. This is a hub that we wanted creatives to come to be able to experience and meet each other. And that's why I did this space. I didn't understand why it was more expensive to record in Kansas City than to record in LA. That didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand why there wasn't spaces for us to be able to come together to just to meet. We all come from different backgrounds, but we all we all have the same common goal. We want to, live a good life, take care of our families, love on each other, and go home, go to sleep, wake up, do it again, and just enjoy just being a part of an environment and being part of a community. And that's what this is for us at the district, being a part of a community, whether that is audio engineering, music producer, artists, photographers, videography, photography, or just people that just want to be in a creative space. We want this space to be that for you all, and we hope that you spread the word and just let people know we're here. this is for everybody. This is not my space, this is our space. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate the opportunity. Yes, Q&A. Yes.
And what a journey. Let's
Yes.
give it up one more time for Joe. All right, now we're going to do a little Q&A. You guys okay, you can go first. I have a couple questions, but I don't need to hog the mic. No, please.
Okay. I'm Anna. It's nice to meet you. My mom, she grew up in Wyandotte County, so she always talked about like, oh gosh, I wish someone would get back to this and that. So I just love her stories. But you said you're working with 89 students right now. What's like a project or a little small story or something that's happening right now with kids that you're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
So it was crazy because this last year, it's a lady, her name is Sharon Elise. Yes, Sharon Elise. She is like an Emmy and Oscar nominated film director. And so she lives in Kansas City and she's actually at Sundance right now, but we were able to, she saw the story and she got to meet the kids. And I call them the future, I don't like calling them the kids, the future. She got to meet the future, and so right now they're going to start filming with our students and telling the story. She's like, I believe this story could be something that we can get Emmys from. So our kids are like, they're super creative, and I think that we all know that Kansas City has some of the most amazing talent in the world. It just needs to be cultivated, it just needs to be, watered, and we'll watch it grow. But to see people like Janaea take something that, she could tell her story, but she didn't. I pushed her. I was like, you can do this. I know you can sing. I know you can do this. I know you can engineer. And now to see her break out of her shell, because whatever that is, whatever life happens and, things and obstacles that they may face, if we're a safe place for them, then I think that they're able to do all the things that they want to do. And I'm watching her do those things and just be happy in this space. So from creating projects to our kids design this thing going around here, they designed that. It's so many things that we use them for to say, hey, listen, like, yeah, I've done this work, but you can do it too. And so for them to come together to work. And there are different schools that come together. So I love that De La Salle works with Center and the kids get to meet each other and work on projects together. And so they make music. One of them's doing the engineering, one of them's writing the song, one of them's making the beat. And so to see them all come together and work together, they don't even know each other. They just like every Monday they meet here. And so like to know that they meet here every Monday to do something impeccable is pretty dope for us. Yeah.
All right, I'll pull one out. What are you dreaming about right now?
I am dreaming about this space just being ground zero for everybody. Years ago, my father always would say, like, this is his favorite movie. Field of Dreams was one of his favorite movies. He was like, if you build it, they will come. And he would say that to me all the time. And this is a testament of it. I'm kind of living in my dream. I'm standing in my dream right now. And so, I'm just want to see this place expand and do everything and just be my mom always had a house of just hospitality and love. And I just want people to feel that. That's my dream.
I think we feel that. What's your day-to-day look like right now?
So, day-to-day, I wake up in the morning, about 7 in the morning. I would get about 6:30 in the morning. I get Micah Jo Macklin ready for school. And then he goes off to school and I come here to open the doors. And I'm here and I might start creating early because I want to get here before the kids get here because I don't want to take away from their time. So I'm working on Ariana's album right now. And so I'm in a space where just trying to be and get back creative. And then, Q and them are keeping me in line because, I'm everywhere. I'm a creative. I'm here, there, everywhere in my mind. And they kind of like, sit down, be quiet. One thing at a time, okay? And so they're good at taking care of me. And I have a really amazing team. I really need to shout them out. Like, without them, there is no me. And so my day-to-day is just trying to keep these kids in line. No, not in line. Keep them just focused because they kids. The future likes to do a lot of things. So.
What have you not done that you would love to do someday? Would be a different field, work in a different medium?
I would like to, that's a good one. I haven't really thought about that. Actually, I have. I like to travel. So I would just like to go on like just a tour of just the globe, even if it's just like on backpack, and go around the world and just experience life in different countries and different places. I think that's my dream, just to go around and meet different people. I love different cultures. I love learning about different heritages, and that's my thing. So.
What's the first country to hit?
Oh, I want to go. Is it selfish to go to Bali? I want to go to Bali. Is that selfish?
A little eat, pray, love?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. What is creativity to you?
It is whatever you dream. Creativity is not limited. It is not perfect. It is original. It is not a carbon copy, but it is one of one. And I believe that all of us have that in us. And I just think as we push this forward and the more people are becoming, with social media, everybody's like jumping on trends, but I always tell people the thing that works is originality. When you can create something, the things that last, whether you look at that artistry or look at it as music producers or writers or singers, the ones that were original is the thing that everybody wanted to copy. And so I want to be the thing that people want to copy. I want to be the original. So that's creativity.
Awesome. All right, last one of mine. Besides dreaming, what's something practical that you would share as a tip or a life hack for somebody just starting out on their creative journey?
I say my life hack is consistency. The moment that I understood, like, the more you're consistent with something, that's why the 10,000 hours is there. I think the more people are consistent with things, because we can get spread thin with life and everything else, but the more we stay consistent in our approach with whatever that is that we want to do, I think that there's nothing that is stopping us but us. So consistency is my life hack.
Incredible. Let's give it up again for Jo.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh wait, I didn't survey the audience again. False alarm. Any other questions? Oh, my bad. Go for it.
Yours is on fire.
You go.
Whoever goes first wins.
I like that her voice. You go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I got two questions. First one's the multi-parter. Your students, is there an age range? Do they only come from public schools? Like, how do you find them? And then is there a tuition? How is that covered? Like, your finance, how is that?
So, no, we do everything. So we taught everything from middle school and up, and this is not just for high school students, we teach adults too. So we have, like right now, I have some students that come in, they're out of college, or some of them are in their 30s. I had a couple of people that were in their 40s that came and took the class, got their certification, and that's what they wanted to do. We, as a foundation, we try to cover a lot of the costs for the kids. So the District Is Foundation covers a lot. So with the school districts, we know that they're sometimes handicapped with certain things. So the program is like $38.50, but with that $38.50 comes their laptops, their programs, their headphones, their microphones. They get to take that with them. Out of that $38.50, we cover the cost. So De La Salle only pays, don't mean to be telling all the logistics, but De La Salle pays $12.50 and we cover the rest. Because what happened was, it was one year that they couldn't come because they didn't have the budget for it. And the kids were knocking at their door. She was one of those kids like, hold on, where the district at? It's not in because we teach in their actual 1 through 8th hour, 1st to 8th hour. And so the kids were like beat down De La Salle's door, like, this is not my schedule for school. And so I was like, I can't lead them like that. That's not who I am, and that's not what I want to do. So our foundation has been covering a lot of the costs for this because we want to make it work. So it is for anybody to take. We try to stay between middle school and adult.
And second question is, you mentioned her, like, we get her
Yes, I would love for her to have 5 minutes. Yeah. Come on up here, Janae. Y'all welcome Janae, y'all.
Hey guys. I'm Janaea. I met Joe in 2024, right?
No.
2022. I used to go to De La Salle. Sorry. I used to go to De La Salle and I heard about District. I had 2 interns. I like to do hair and I also like to do music. So one of my interns was with Joe. And one day they kind of tried to tell me like, there's a lot of boys in here, you know, you're gonna be the only girl. And I'm like, I don't care. I wanna go. So like, I hit up Joe personally myself to tell him like, you need to text them, let them know like, I wanna be in your class. Like, I was not gonna stop until I got into District. And like, when I got there, I was trying to act shy and stuff like that. And Joe was just like, no, get up, go in the booth. Let me hear what you got. Like, he did not play that. He wanted to hear everybody's talent. And the more you hold back, the more he's gonna call you out. Go up there. You need to get in there. And so like, I really do appreciate Joe for everything that he has done. He's done more than just give us District. Like, Joe is a second-hand dad to me. Like, in all honesty, for him to come to Kansas City to show everybody that there is a different way to keep kids off the street and from bad habits and stuff like that, this is a big opportunity for me because he didn't have to do that. He honestly didn't, but he chose to because he knows Kansas City got more to offer than what they putting out for us, to be honest. So like, I really do appreciate Joe for that so much. So thank you so much.
Y'all give it up for Janae, y'all.
You got to do something with the ignition lab. You get like some music and robotics going.
I would love that.
That'd be so sick.
I would love that. I would love that. And just so y'all know too, like, this is like the studio stuff. That's all cool with. It's the life stuff for me. Being a kid that grew up and didn't have a lot, you know, my mom, she wished she could have done all the things, and to be able to go out and conquer and be able to have some success in this business, and to be able to come back and help them, that's why I'm here. It's not about me. It's about, I knew there were kids that have a dream just like I did growing up, and they didn't have an opportunity. And if I didn't bring an opportunity to them, they wouldn't have a space to be in. And I didn't know, like, the majority of the kids that I have, I'm their trusted adult. And if you didn't know what that was, and I didn't know what it was, they're like, yeah, you know, all your kids, you're their trusted adult. And I'm like, what is that? Like, they said before they call their mom, before they call their father, they call Joe. And so, to know that they trust me that much, that means a lot to me. And so, that's why this appointment for me, this is what I call it, it's my assignment that I have. It's bigger than just the space. It's like, how do we get them to change their mindset and understand that it's possible for them no matter what it looks like at home, all right?
I don't want to get too emo, but it sounds like you're some kids' glimmer of hope. You brought it home, you guys. Congratulations to everyone.
Okay, to make you giggle really quick, comparison to you, how tall is Ariana Grande?
She is, let me tell you, she's about this tall. Ari's about this tall, yeah, she's a little bitty, but
She's like, hey Joe. She's always bubbly. What we doing today? I'm like, we're working here, you know? And so her and her mom are great, her brother, they're all great people. And she's small in stature, but she sings like she is a giant. And when I tell you, we get a lot of people in this industry that, you know, we make them sound good. She is the truth. She can really sing, no auto-tune needed, no enhancements. She is the real deal, so.
I'm gonna follow that. There's
Yeah.
one more super fast. As somebody born and raised in Kansas City that lives here, it's really inspiring when celebrities, safe to say, you're pretty humble for a celebrity. It's really inspiring when they not only choose to come back to like plant roots and you've seen everywhere, you've met all these great people, you
Yeah, you know, like, that was the other thing that was big for me too. Is there like a lot of people don't know like some of the biggest records within the last couple of decades come from people from Kansas City. And I don't know what it is. You know, Janelle Monáe, she's my cousin. You know, Brian Kennedy. We talk about Brian Kennedy. He's Grammy nominated, won Grammys. He's from here. Dwayne Whitmore has probably the biggest record in the world right now. He's from here. It's just so many of us that I think a lot of people left jaded, and so when they come back and like LA showed us love, Atlanta showed us love, and that's how they look at it. And I think how my perspective was like we just didn't know, you know. So when you're in a city that doesn't understand, this is a 9-to-5 town. When I had to understand that everybody doesn't see the vision of what we're trying to do as an artist, as a performer, as a creative. So sometimes it's having to take a leap of faith, and that's what this was for me. I'm trying to get my guys and the ladies that I know are writing hit records that are from here, give them a space to come back home to. And so, like when they come in town, Dwayne Whitmore, who wrote residuals for Chris Brown and all these other big records, he's from here. He came to the space. He was like, I have a place to come when I come home. And so I think the more and more we continue to build the culture here and to build the community, we'll see those people that have left come back. And I think it's imperative for them to come back because they're part of this. They're part of the soil.
Anybody else?
So,
Do you have any intentions on moving into other school districts? And what do you have like a timeline? Can you speak to that?
yes, we literally, that is our mission, is to get into every school district that we possibly can. And it's just, you know, we try to get over these hurdles with the school district. So first it was transportation, so we figured it out. I pay for center's transportation every Monday to get here because the school was like, that was gonna either be the reason why they could come or they couldn't. So out of my pocket, and just so y'all know, like I have no loans, I have no grants, I have no anything. This has been a labor of love, and everything that I put in for this came from my pockets, and I'm gonna continue to do it, you know, because the work needs to be done. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna let them tell me why they can't. I'm gonna give them all the reasons why we can. So, you know, we want to be in as many school districts as possible, and I can only do so much. I told my staff, I was like, you know, listen, I can afford either paying y'all or building this out more. You know, I can't do both. So now we're trying to figure out a way to keep moving this forward. But we're going to make it happen regardless. You know, I think it's imperative, and to be in each school, just even if our presence or we can teach teachers how to run the program, we want to do that too. We want to be able to give this to them as much as possible. Yes, sir. I am. I was supposed to go, but I declined to go. But I will be. I'm gonna do a watch party here. I like doing that. Because a lot of my friends that are from here are Grammy nominated this season, so I'm looking forward to them winning, and I'm going to celebrate them like it's me there. You know. So. Yeah.
I just wanted to piggyback on the comments you made about kind of paying for, you know, the personal investment that you're putting in terms of financial. I'm sure you've heard this from people, but there's a lot of money out there. And I just want to say it because, you know, I was also on a board of a foundation that had been around for 30 years. And, you know, it was a change when kind of old leadership left and then the new kind of fresh blood came in. And we got people who came in who were like, you need to hire a grant writer. And everyone's reticent to it. It's like, no, this is a hometown thing. We're doing this in Connecticut. It was in a predominantly immigrant neighborhood, and it was like everybody was from the neighborhood who was involved in it. Just kind of like this, right? Like it's people who are there with their blood, sweat, and tears that are putting in like sweat equity, right? And so there was a lot of reticence to thinking outside and bringing other people in. And finally, we're like, all right, we'll just hire a grant maker. The amount of money that we have been able to get, and yes, we have to hire this person and we have to pay, which was a sticky situation with some people. But it has a genuinely paid dividends, and there's been money that has just come in. And then it got to the point right now, people are coming to us and saying, hey, we know you're working in this area, we know you're working in this, we got your name, will you accept this money? So it's just and I'm sure if there's, intelligent people who, around you, you surround yourself with good people, but I just wanted to share that because it really has been a game changer. We now own our own building. We're able to provide it's an after-school program, for underserved youth. And we have this momentum. We have this ability to really, have not only the roots, but the foundation under our kids. So, for what it's worth.
No, it's super important. I think that's the space we're at now. We're like, hey, you've done the work, Joe. That's what my staff tells me now. They're like, you've done the work. And so it's things out there and there are resources out there for you that you should be able to, tap into. You've already done it. It's not like you come in begging. You've already built it, right? So now we just ask you to sustain it. And we know how important it is, that the work we're doing. And so it's a personal thing. I just hate asking for dollars, but Q was like, we can do this. I don't care what you're talking about. So we're working on doing some grants and some other things, and just meeting with anybody who is willing to, talk with us about what we're doing. And we're able to really now finally show them. And so instead of them trying to be telling them, oh yeah, I'm gonna build this thing, and we got studios, now they can actually walk in, they can see the students thriving, they can see the students work. And so now it's made it, for me, I feel more comfortable so they can see that this is just not something that, I don't do money grabs. God's blessed me and I'm so thankful, and I'm not that guy. And I just want to be able to give back in any possible way that I can, so.
That was the same thing, that same mindset of like, these are all like immigrant people. They're like, no, we worked hard. We're not there to take a handout. It's like,
Got it.
there's money that people just need to tax right
Right.
Let's just be real on the financial side.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so
We gonna-
you got it.
We got it. We're gonna figure it out. If y'all want to help, we would love to help. Help us figure it out.
No, what I can tell you, you're a show don't tell person, and you wanted to have something to show.
100% want to show.
All right, well, thanks again. Thank you. All right.